Would you rather collect 200 every time you pass go? Or wait, did you collect your money from going to jail?
Wait, did you collect your money from when you went to jail? Hey guys, we're doing Would You Rather.
Taking inspiration from other names.
The Sterniola triplets.
Do you think they inspired you to do YouTube again?
Definitely. I was gonna like talk about that in one of my like upcoming videos. I don't know if I've posted it yet. Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Speak.
I think that too. Because like there's so much information you can get from reading.
Yeah.
Like someone will dedicate like a decade of their life to like a certain topic, and you can like read that in like 10 hours.
Yeah.
And like know everything that took them forever to learn. And there's like technology now that like you could just use your phone to like communicate with people.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like learn sign language.
Would you rather have telekinesis, so the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy, the ability to read minds? I think definitely move, like, shit around. Because I don't care what you're thinking. I do not care. I do not care at all, I'll be honest.
I feel like I care a lot. So I feel like if I had telepathy, it would just create even more anxiety and like overthinking. Because then I'm constantly...
Well, would it? Because then you would know what you're thinking.
Yeah, but then I feel like it would make it worse. Like at points. I'd be like, well, I need to know what they're thinking. I have to use my telepathy. Like, I already overanalyze every situation ever to exist on the planet of Earth ever. So I feel like having the ability to actually read people's minds would just like worsen that, because then I'd constantly be using it.
I feel like that would make it better. Because then you could think, am I annoying this person? And then use it and be like, oh, I'm not. I'm just overthinking.
But then what if I was? Like,
that's rare though. That's rare.
Well, I'd probably pick telekinesis because the telepathy, I just don't want that stress, like the anxiety. Whereas telekinesis, again, if it was like a life or death situation, like if there was somebody like trying to kill me, I could like use something to like knock them out.
Yeah.
Or if I was like wanting to like grab my Xbox controller, like it could be used for a variety of different things.
I was gonna say telekinesis because I'm lazy. I also don't care what people are thinking. Like, I don't care to know.
Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Scales, 100%. First of all, I'm allergic to fur.
Yeah, me too.
But if I wasn't.
I'm allergic to, well, cats specifically, so I guess not fur. I feel like it's a tough one for me, because I don't really care, like, about either.
I would say scales. I already have eczema, so my skin already does feel pretty scaly. So, I'm fine with it, and I love reptiles, so.
Honestly, I feel like I'd pick fur, just because I like really soft furs. So because I like it, I feel like I would want to be that.
Yeah, I guess it would be nice, but like...
And if you could like curl up in the winter, like you wouldn't be as cold.
Yeah. I just like the thought of having scales.
But if I had like a lot of fur, like if I was like those dogs that like shed a lot and you can like pull it out in tufts, that would be entertaining.
That'd be annoying. I'd hate that. If I had fur,
it'd be entertaining for the people though.
I guess, but if I had fur, I would hope I wouldn't shed.
Mm-hmm.
If I had scales, I mean, would I have to shed my skin every once in a while? Like
Probably.
snakes? Well, I mean, I'm fine with that. This is hard. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance along to every single song you hear?
Every single? Forced?
I would say sing along.
I suck at dancing.
Yeah, but say you were at like I don't know, some what am I thinking, like ceremony, like assembly or something, and there's like a choir, or you're at church.
Imagine you're
even rare we're at church, but like
imagine you were at a funeral.
Exactly, I was thinking that too. If there's like words in the song, you start dancing. Or well, and if there's words,
imagine
I
someone
feel
just
like
dancing at a funeral.
Definitely
I guess you could just
funny,
not go to the funeral.
That, but
like, what if it was like your significant other?
I think if you could sing, you could just like whisper sing.
Yeah.
You could just be real quiet.
Like, do we control the volume of our singing?
I would say so. We gotta find the loopholes with these questions.
I would say singing then.
Yeah, me too.
Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year of your life?
Lose a year of my life.
Really?
Yeah. I don't care being here longer than like 60.
Like, either way, I feel like you're losing a year.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like That's difficult. Now that I'm like thinking about it, yeah. Because at first I was gonna be like, oh well, I'm gonna go to jail because then I'd learn about jail and I'd have a lot more experiences. But if I get more trauma from being in jail, like I already have enough that I'm trying to deal with. If I get like more of that, then it's just gonna like beat me down even more. And I feel like if you lose a year off your life, it's not that dramatic. You just die a year earlier.
Yeah, I wouldn't really care.
Like you wouldn't really know until you died.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I'd be like, that's crazy. I could have lived in a whole nother year. Don't care.
So, yeah, probably lose a year of your life. You like convinced me of the other option.
Good. Okay, I have a similar one. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years, or would you rather be in a coma for a decade? That's kind of crazy.
That's 10 years if you're in the coma. But then, like I said, jail can be very traumatic. I feel like I'd pick jail because it's less time.
What's the difference between jail and prison? Because there's a difference.
I don't know. But I feel like I'd pick jail because it's a less amount of time. Because imagine having to reintegrate into society after 10 years. Like at the rate we're advancing at now.
Yeah, true. The memes we would miss.
Ugh. If we went to jail together, it'd be fine.
Maybe.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'll say jail just because less years.
This is a stupid one, but I'm gonna read it anyway because it's stupid. It says, would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or married to a 6 with an amazing personality?
A 6 isn't bad.
I know. Who would choose the 10?
Yeah.
Like, why would you...
Yeah.
Would you, like, why would you marry someone just so they're attractive? Like, if you're gonna... I mean, I guess people have their reasons, but, like, why would you marry someone who treats you like shit?
Exactly.
Unless you're, like, being manipulated or something like that. Like, why would you open completely your choice, actively decide to marry someone who's just an absolute, like, asshole?
This one's fucked up. Would you rather lose your sight or lose your memories?
That's fucked up.
Because I feel like immediately losing your sight. Because imagine losing all your memories. If that's every single one, that means
oh my God,
that we know nothing, right? We wouldn't know each other.
That's crazy. 10 years down the drain.
Yeah.
He's 5 minutes away. Our Uber driver. Our Uber driver.
We're not going anywhere.
Our Uber Eats delivery person. What?
Lose your sight. That's what I would choose.
I feel like I would choose that. I don't know. Because I'd lose 16 years of memories.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But then there's also bad memories that I'd be like, whatever. Like, maybe I could benefit from losing those. But, like, would we have to... would we keep the stuff we've learned? And, like, would I have to relearn how to read?
These are memories, so I wouldn't say so.
I guess I'd choose sight. But I already have, like, a fear of going blind. Because I already can't see to this side. Like, my eyesight's just getting worse.
But I would definitely lose my sight over my memories.
Would you rather be able to... Why is this happening to me? Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself?
Anyone but myself. Because I think that would be funny.
What would you even use that for?
I would... This is kind of creepy. But the first thing I thought of was, like, at the end of the school days, I would want to know what, like, the people around me are going to do when they get home.
That's
I'd be like,
smart.
in 10 minutes, what are you going to be doing? Because if people did that to me, I would just be on the bus.
Would I be able to, like, is it anyone in the world? Like, do I have to, like, see them or,
What's
like,
it say?
touch them? It just says, would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of anyone but yourself?
Anyone, I guess.
So it'd be cool to, like, see YouTubers.
Yeah, I would want to see what, like, rock stars and celebrities are doing. I hate that I said rock stars. Celebrities.
Yeah, I want to know what, like, YouTubers do. I need to know what these YouTubers are doing so I can start doing them.
Right. Would you rather buy 10 things you don't need every time you go shopping, or always forget the one thing that you need when you go to the store?
Well, okay, so I feel like if I buy 10 things I don't need, I'll eventually need them.
True.
Like, if I'm just buying toys or something, then I may not need it. But if I'm buying, like, let's say I have, like, flour and I buy more flour, I'm eventually going to need that flour.
Yeah.
But that also is, like, really expensive. But then I may not have to go to the store as much, because even if I don't need it right now, I might need it in the future.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that one. Because I feel like if I'm going to the store and I have a reason to go there, and I don't buy it. Like, if I forget it, then am I leaving with nothing? Like, would I just come home with nothing? Like, would I just go to the store, walk around, and leave? Like, how would I forget?
Well, going to the store and then you get a few things, but the number one, or just like something that you needed, you just forgot. Like you had a list of things.
So I feel like if I'm going into the store at my age, I only need like one thing. So I feel like that's not applicable. I only buy one thing, like I would just go and leave. So I'm gonna say the 10 things I don't need, because I'll probably eventually need them.
Yeah, that's smart. I would do that too. I would do that because I just don't want to forget things. I hate that.
Okay, this says, would you rather go back to age 5 with everything you know now, or know everything your future self will learn?
I really don't want to go back because, like, I don't want to relive everything. I just don't want to. But I also don't want to know everything that I'm going to learn in the future.
Yeah.
But I guess I could avoid things.
Yeah, I feel like I would go back. Because, like, if I knew a lot, then I'd be able to, like, prepare for things better.
Yeah.
It's like I knew it was going to happen again. I could figure out how to heal, like, in the moment instead of having to, like, heal afterwards. And then, like, for example, like, a little personal here, like, when I had to move to Mississauga, like, when my mom had the stroke, if I knew, I did know what was going to happen. Like, intuition, like, months before. It was like, oh, something's going to happen to your mom. Like, she's not going to be here forever. And I never had those thoughts before. And then, like, December, so, like, 5 months before she had the stroke, I started getting these messages. Like, on repeat. And I was like, what? And then she had the stroke. But I feel like if I knew exact date, what was going to happen, how it was going to happen, then I'd be able to better prepare. Like, I could have found someone else to live with, like, down here. Or I could have, like, had enough money for my own apartment, or I could have gotten, like, emancipated sooner. Plus, I feel like if I'm doing stuff, if I already know everything my future self will learn, then why would I be alive? Like, what's the point of living then? Like, part of my thing is that I just love learning. And if I'm not, like, learning something new or, like, being challenged, I get really bored. It's like, I feel like I'm just not doing anything purposeful. So it's like, if I already knew everything my future self was gonna know, then I feel like there just wouldn't really be a point in, like, living.
I don't know. Because with the way I am now, I feel like I don't want to relive everything. Like, going back to kindergarten with the knowledge I know, like, I feel like I just, being around a bunch of kids that, like, don't know what I know.
That would be very isolating. I didn't think about that. That'd be very isolating. You'd probably get put into, like, a gifted program or something.
Maybe.
Like, we go on to be, like, genius superstars.
Young Sheldon. Except I'm not that smart. Like, I'm not that smart. I don't know many things. Oh, I could be a prodigy when it comes to music.
Yo, and if hold on. If we
old.
knew everything we know now going back, we wouldn't have to spend time learning that. So we could learn a whole bunch of, would we have the same, like, conscious powers we do now? Because, you know, when you're younger, you're not as conscious. Because we most likely have the same conscious power. Yeah. So we could learn so much more. So we'd get an extra 11 years of our life. Where we could just learn so much more and get, like, so much farther ahead.
Well, if we're reliving all this, that means we can, like, relive concerts too, right?
Yeah.
We can go back to concerts.
We could relive meeting Sam and Colby.
Yeah!
That would be so fun. Good! And with the knowledge we know now of how things went the first time and how we didn't want it to go like that, that would be so much better.
Was trash when I went. I didn't say anything. I don't think I hugged them.
We didn't. I was watching the story time that we did on my other channel. If I can link it in the IMO.
I don't want to talk about it. I didn't hug them because I didn't know who to hug first. So I was like,
wow, this is 24 minutes long already.
We'll do a few more. But basically, well, I guess I'd go back, sure. Would you rather have a pause button or a rewind button in your life?
I feel like if you had a pause button, you wouldn't need a rewind button. Pause button.
No.
Pause
I mean,
button.
if you wanted to rewatch something, you could.
I guess. The first example that came to my mind is if you're, like, for example, someone, like, asks you out on a date, but you're not sure. The culture now, like, if someone were, like, face to face to me and they asked me on a date, the culture now would be I have to respond, like, pretty much right away. And, like, the other alternative to that is text, but, like, serious conversations aren't good to have over text because they can be interpreted wrong. But I like that I can leave it and come back later. So I feel like I'd like to be able to pause. So if someone says something to me, I can pause it and then thoroughly think through my answer before like giving it. So I'm gonna say pause.
When I was younger, my friend and I, when we would walk home from elementary school, we would have this exact conversation. We would say, would you rather have the power to rewind time or to pause it? And he would always say pause, and I would always say rewind. And we'd have so many arguments about it every single day. But at the end of the day, I probably would pause time, but I would also pause time just to give myself time. Like, and this is what I've always thought when it came to pausing it, is when it came to school, like waking up early, I would wake up to that alarm, and then I would pause time, and I would sleep for as long as I needed. And imagine studying for exams and stuff, and you could pause time and like either sleep for as long as you want or study for as long as you want in that time span or whatever. That would just be so much more convenient. And during tests, you would get more time if you paused. So it's hard, but I think nowadays I would pause time instead of rewind time.
Would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food at restaurants? Food like
Unlimited
flights.
first class tickets on planes. Oh, food.
I picked the planes
Why?
because I really like traveling. I don't want to go to all these places. Like part of the biggest thing is that like plane costs and like hotel costs. So if I could get like the plane costs down, then that would be fine. Like I want to go visit my aunt in Florida, but it's like I've got to pay for the plane ticket. So if I had like unlimited tickets, I could just go pretty much for free. I just need to like get a ride to the airport.
Yeah. I guess the more I think about it,
Which, if I wanted to go even farther, instead of going to Toronto, I could just go into Buffalo and go to the Buffalo airport.
yeah. If I had unlimited tickets, I would travel a lot more. I don't really think about traveling now because I don't want to.
We could just, for fun, like if we had unlimited tickets, if we were bored, we could just go get on a plane for a day.
Yeah, we just go anywhere. Like, I guess I would like that, but I also love.
And we
food.
could like sightsee. Like it wouldn't cost us anything. Well, if we like got our licenses, it would cost us like gas. If we drove to like Toronto and went to like LAX and just spent the day like sightseeing in LA and like not having to pay anything, and we'd just come home.
Yeah,
And it would like wouldn't cost us anything.
I would love that. I just love food so much. I wish I could never pay for it. And that's one thing I feel super guilty about is spending money on food. And
Me
I wish
too.
I wasn't like that. So I think I would rather have free food. I think I would save a lot more money.
And time. If you order from healthier restaurants, you wouldn't have to pay for that.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have to go grocery shopping. You wouldn't have to do meal prep. You wouldn't have to spend cooking time. You could just order it. And that's it. We're done.
I don't know how people make short videos.
Probably
so much to
chop
say.
this down to like 24 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. There's a bunch of other videos I've done with Sam. They're like all linked up in the card right now. So go watch them. And if you guys have any other would you rather questions that you want to see us answered, either comment it below or DM me on Instagram. And I feel like we'll see that better if you DM it to me on Instagram or Sam. Here's our links to our socials. I'm going to force myself to edit it this time instead of being lazy and just putting it in the description.
Thanks for having me. I've had a very fun time on your channel. And subscribe to Sarah Leslie.
My videos are just always better when you're in them.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
They're like 10 times funnier. Like I watch back my old videos. The videos with us are the ones I'm like most intrigued in. Bye.
I was done. I think my favorite videos of yours were the old ones when you would fight with people on Roblox. Those have to be the most entertaining ones. We should do voiceovers where like we voice it. Like you say what you're saying and I'll just be the other person.
You know the funny thing is? I still start fights with people in Roblox.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
time. Bye.